nice, huh?
Oh, yeah.
This is exceptionally fine coffee. Notice how balanced it is
Yeah.
and relatively deep with some resonance. So we have a kind of a very refined chocolate, kind of cocoa.
Yeah. Caramel.
Definitely caramel.
Wow.
But there are fruit and floral notes in there, right inside the embrace of the chocolate caramel.
Bouquet.
It's a very nice, high-toned flower, delicate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, jasmine maybe? Fruit, what do you think? I'm thinking raspberry. But it's kind of a tart berry, a little bit of a tart berry.
Yeah, almost like a blackberry to me, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think blackberry's better, actually.
Oh, man. Glorious.
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, I expect it's going to be light-bodied, but we'll see. But here's to you in fine coffee. It is very light-bodied, but really alive. It's one of those coffees you take a sip and it's pleasurable right from the sip right down to the finish.
Yeah. Yes.
And let me say, I'm not in the pay of the El Salvador Coffee Board.
It's a sad commentary. We all have to point that out when we like something. Yeah, but yeah.
And I've never even visited farms in El Salvador. I've been there
Really?
to go to coffee conferences and cuppings. The chocolate it's people will, if you say chocolate, I'm always afraid that people will think we're talking about Hershey's or something. But it's a delicate kind of cocoa, lively,
You're right.
fruit and cocoa toned sensation.
Yeah, this is a light chocolate. It's not like Hershey's, no. Wow, nice aftertaste too.
I'm getting that note that it's hard to explain to people the fresh leather note, getting that in the finish in particular.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I always need to remind people it means like the aroma of a purse that you're fingering in the store or something, and stick your nose in it.
Or a fresh wallet freshly filled with cash. I know the cash is a placebo effect, a very pleasant one.
I'm not getting the floral notes much in the cup. I think they sort of revived maybe a little in the finish, but I'm getting the fruit.
They come back? Yeah.
The fruit,
yeah.
The berry, blackberry, we called lovely chocolate and caramel, but there's this leather. In some coffees, that deepening or complicated note might be cedar or something, aromatic wood. I'm not getting that. I think it's more the fresh leather. Do you have anything more to say before we reveal this?
I'd really recommend this to someone who likes to drink black coffee. It's got a real delicate taste to it. But it's just everything good. I mean, there's just nothing about it. There's nothing to get used to. Sometimes I've noticed when we're tasting, we have to let it cool a little bit for it to really come to life or something. No, right from the first sip.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the first sniff, actually.
So exactly there. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I can't wait.
No, let me guess first about the variety. I'm going to say. Actually, I'm going to call.
Pay no attention to the man behind that curtain.
It could be, it could be either, because it has that berry, that sweet tart berry that's associated with Bourbon. But I'm thinking because of the lighter body that I'm going to guess Pacamara. Because the Pacamara has big beans, but it tends the body sometimes is light.
Okay.
Cafe Grumpy.
Here we go. Here. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Cafe Grumpy, and it's an El Salvador Malacara.
Well, that's a special or invented. It's a grower
Okay.
producer branding, I suspect.
Let me read the package to you and see if it helps. On the northern slopes of the Santa Ana volcano, award-winning Finca Malacara is home to indigenous plants and shade trees. Funes, F-U-N-E-S, Dumont family place importance on community through its educational programs, health services, and recreational activities. Notes of orange, vanilla, and maple sugar. And I will tell you, it's a wash is all I really know about it. And I can show you some beans, and they're not they're not particularly large at all. No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say
So it's
they
probably lower bone, yeah.
I know I have a Pacamara, don't worry, but this is not the one I was.
What were the 3 descriptors they offered?
Orange, vanilla, and maple sugar.
Yeah, the vanilla, of course, when you get that sort of delicate chocolate, there's always vanilla involved in that sensation.
Well,
That is a really, that is a,
we could just finish
it's,
drinking this coffee.
it's
I'll have
funny,
another.
because it's a what we often call a regular drinker. I mean, something that you want to drink all the time. It's satisfying without calling attention to itself, but also it's subtly original, I think.
If someone said, "Oh, if I drink specialty coffees, do I have to be a coffee snob?" This is not a coffee snob coffee to me. This is a coffee that anybody who likes the taste of coffee would just say, "Wow, this is a really nice coffee."
Right.
Just
I think there might be some complaint about the mouthfeel, about the body being light.
the lack of body. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
not a lack. It's just lighter. That's all. It's less pronounced, and it hefts on the tongue in a lighter way. It's this kind of coffee. You might say the texture is silky.
Silky,
rather than syrupy or plush or anything. In other words, it's not thin-bodied.
No.
Yeah.
And it's not so bright that it's got that acidity.
Right.
It's really nice. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more shows like this.